Hello, welcome to the Object 268 Tech Tree Showcase. I have once again, after about a year of not doing these, brought it back. Every single Friday at roughly 3 PM UK time, you can then convert that to whatever time zone you're in, I'll be streaming on Twitch, creating a Tech Tree Showcase. At exactly that time as well, the last week's Tech Tree Showcase that I would have streamed will be uploaded as a video, which will then give a lovely cycle of content, and if you missed last week's stream, the video will be uploaded on that same day, so you shouldn't really miss anything and should be very, very easy to catch up on. As always, the link to my Twitch channel will be in the description or in the pinned comment. Hopefully you enjoy this Tech Tree Showcase, and I hope to see you over on Twitch as well. So we start out with the SU-85. The thing is with this entire line, I don't think there is inherently bad tanks in there, but the lower tiers are always going to be just a bit meh unless they're OP, right? There's just no getting around it. For all intents and purposes, you don't really have armor. Let me double check this because it has been a while. This thing doesn't have armor. This tank is all just about doing damage and trying to stay hidden, because if you get spotted, you're probably going to die. I mean, you have decent camo. We are using 2 camo crews, so we got like half camo on this, but still it's not full camo, but that's still insane. So even if you didn't have a camo crew, this is not actually too bad. The view range is terrible, so we are putting binos on this though. We're always going to want rammer, and then the last one, I'm guessing we're just going to put vents just to boost it up even more. You kind of want binos at tier 5. If you're not using binos at tier 5, I don't know what you're doing, because the view range is horrible. And that's pretty much on, well, apart from heavies. Don't put binos on heavies, but on these types of tanks, definitely binos. This has insane stats, actually. They have 2.5k DPM, 0.3 accuracy. This is insane, actually. This gun is very, very good. How much... I mean, stock gun is actually technically more DPM, but less pen. So even when you're grinding stock, this isn't a problem. Right, to start out with, we are not going forwards that way. We are going to go to the back because we are a good little triangle. We wait, we hide, and we knock down trees, create a nest, like all good triangles should. I can't actually remember, like, if I just knock this one down, I think this is the only one that I actually need to knock down, and then I can shoot across. Although I do need someone that would actually be able to spot this, so that's also a little bit annoying. And with our camo that we have, it would actually be quite difficult for them to spot us, though, I think. No one is going to go up there, so I can actually pull back a little bit. All that I need, to be fair, can I shoot this? I do actually have shots on this. I always forget how different it is at low tier where no one has view range. Like at higher tier, everyone's just spotted. As soon as they go out into the open, that's it. Whereas when you're at lower tier, it's not really the case. Well, I mean, we'll attempt to shoot him. Can I pen him with nearly 200 pen? Yeah, we can. We just go for premium rounds, go for the lower plate, and then this guy should die. I mean, we can't get spotted here, which is great. There we go. Go back to standard rounds. Everything is great. You know what? This gun actually feels quite nice. This doesn't feel too bad. I mean, I've always been under the assumption like this is just your typical like tier 5 TD. It's actually quite good, like regarding the gun in comparison to some other tanks, but it's just your typical, like, you don't want to get spotted if you can help it, and you just farm people from behind bushes. Like, it teaches you quite a bit about how to use bushes and when you can fire, when you can't fire. So it's quite nice in that regard. I mean, this line in general is actually a very, very good line to learn how to play these types of tanks in. Or how to learn triangles in general. If you would like to become a triangle enjoyer. Need to back off a little bit because there we go. Yeah, I don't want to get shot by this guy. This guy will tear me apart very, very fast. We did actually get some bounces, though. I'm wondering if I can peek up here and then go and spot the M10. I mean, if I stay here, I should be able to spot the KV-1S if he moves. And then also, I don't know whether or not this is blocking it, actually. This might be blocking this. I mean, we spot this, though. I can just wait here. If he goes then behind there, I can then pull back and then shoot him. So if he tries to push across, I can still kill him. The game is won at this stage, but the problem is that because I don't have any hit points, we need to be careful about that. Like one shot from this guy and then two shots from that, and I am not in a good situation. I'm going to try and go forwards though and see if I can just get some more active spotting here. Okay. You know, yeah. Right. But, okay. Well, that was the wrong tank, but whatever. Hello, sir. Oh, of course. No. No fourth kill. We still get 1.8k though. This is a good tank. It's just a good vehicle. Actually 1.9 because we got the shot on the M10 as well, didn't we? Only first class though. What a peasant. Not even a mastery. Apply. So yeah, honestly, this tank is fine. The only problem with it is hit points. As soon as you try to be aggressive, you quickly realize that you will take 2 shots and die. And that's the reality of this tank. Like, the rest of it is insanely good for, like, sneaking around the map and hiding in bushes. You have loads of DPM. You have good enough alpha, honestly, for the tier. Like, you can roll over 200 sometimes. But you get, like, 2 shot a lot of the time. Especially if you meet higher tier. Like, this is over. Yeah, that's the only downside. You then, though, basically move up to the SU-100, which is just an improvement. You have more alpha, you have a little bit more armor. This is a big upgrade in the gun, because you go from having like this gun to then having this gun. So yeah, your alpha goes from 180 to 390, and you also get very, very good pen. Dispersion is down though. Yeah, quite badly, and aim time is down. DPM roughly the same? A little bit less, but not too bad. Is it the same kind of speed? A little bit more power to weight, but a bit slower overall for the top speed. The camo rating wise is basically the same. View range wise, this has 320 base view range. And what does the SU-85 have? 280. I mean, your view range is up, but you still don't have good view range. So, once again, we will use binos, because then we go to 451 meters view range, and we'll then use rammer and then vents, because, yes, you then have 463 meters view range. That is obviously once you sit still and you activate binos, but, I mean, most of the time, you're not going to be moving that much in the SU, so, to be expected, like, this is fine. 650 hit points, slightly more, but because you're higher tier, you're more than likely still going to get 2 shot, which is still going to be an issue regarding like when you want to be aggressive. So we had the same problem with this, where you couldn't really afford to be aggressive because you just die very, very quickly, 2 to 3 shots. The same thing is going to be for this, especially when this is going to meet tier 7s and 8s. Yeah. Moving on to good old Richard Assault. We are defending, which is lovely. So to start things out with, we're going to go over this side. We're going to see if any tourists are trying to cross over here. We then get some free damage, hopefully, if the gun behaves. I do have to preface hopefully because, yeah, sometimes the gun doesn't behave and you get no damage. Any friends that want to try and push this? Friend number 1. I mean, I like this friend. Man, he's had an enjoyable experience, okay? Highly, highly enjoyable. We now just go and double check that no one else is over here. Not a buzzer. Activate binos, see if anyone's just sitting at the back. No one's directly there. Again, we'll just do the same thing. But we actually have gun depression to shoot. No way. I didn't realize we had enough gun depression to shoot that. Where are you going? Hello? Thank you, artillery. Ready? Pinpoint accuracy. Actually kind of close. If I go down a little bit, I see if the VK goes out. So we should just go down around about here, and then we should spot the VK if he moves. With this map, it's just all about not pushing. Like if you push, you just lose when defending. Like it's pointless trying to push unless they have like no one left. Not that you really can push anywhere. We have a holy congregation of heavy tanks in the castle. They are defending the castle. Once we kill this VK, we might move around to go to the other side, so try and help out the mid sort of area. I mean, we should spot the VK if he moves. I don't see how he wouldn't. Alright, there's no point in me trying to finish him off and peeking for no reason, so now we're just going to go try and kill like anyone over this way in the mid. We should have enough camo to peek up here without getting mega spotted. I mean... I'm not sure if I have enough camo to do that though. There we go. And I might try and cross this. I'm not sure yet. I may try and cross this to see if I can shoot over that side, but I don't know how many people are over that way. Still the Burza as well. Where the hell where's the Burza gone? Found the Burza. Well, it's time to see if we can snipe across, which is obviously the speciality of this tank, to be able to snipe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're now in a much better position to deal with the tanks that are over this way, though. Bloody VK spotting everything still. Didn't actually think the VK would be able to spot me as I was round far enough, but I wasn't. I might just put one blind in. We'll see. We'll see if it hits in after the battle. We know that the T-3485 is in here, so no one seems to be wanting to actually push in, which I don't blame them. Like, they're probably going to die if they do. So we might as well just put a few blind in. Although the ARL pushing as well is quite good. I'm going to go up a little bit closer just to close the distance a bit. There's the KV-2. Oh, the classic. And no damage on that guy. Well, I mean, we get one in. Not amazing. Not an amazing game, but it's still a good enough game. Another first class. What a peasant again. Apply. We need to stop applying. I'm actually going to be running out of applies. But yeah, the SU-100 is really good. Like, it's really, really nice. The thing is, with this tank, it is just a nice upgrade from what you had at the SU-85. But the problem that you're going to face is that it's not as accurate. You need to make sure you're fully aimed. Like you saw, as soon as I'm not fully aimed, like I'm just missing shots. So you need to be fully aimed. And sometimes you don't have the time to fully aim, and then you just have to hope and pray. Yeah, this alpha at tier 6 is really, really nice. And you don't really lose too much DPM in comparison. Like, you're basically on roughly the same DPM, but you have so much more alpha damage. It then changes when you get to tier 7, because this is drastically different. Like, this thing, you have a choice of guns. When you're first just grinding it, you have the 390 alpha, which you just had, basically, it's the same style of gun, basically exactly the same as you were with the SU-100. Like, the only difference is that you now have a lot more DPM. Like, and I do mean a lot. Like 1,000 more DPM just by going up one tier. But you should not use that. You shouldn't even use this one. well, I mean, you could use this one. The real fun one is this, because you have 700 alpha with 190 heat pen or 240 heat pen with an 86 HE pen. And it's just funny. Like, if you want to actually play properly and just grind through this tank, then yeah, just use this gun. But if you actually want to have a bit more fun, then this one. Twitch chat has informed me that I should play with both guns. So we will be playing, first of all, with this gun, which is the one that you would get after you've grinded out. Well, basically you've played it stock to then go and grab this gun, which is only 21,000. I don't believe... Do you need the tracks? Even if you do need the tracks, it's only 14,000, so it's not too bad. Nearly 15. But it's not too bad to just grind it out. So we'll play a game with this, which is basically the same gun that you just had at the last tier, but you have so much more DPM that you now have a 6-second reload with 390 alpha. At tier 7. Like, that's scary DPM at this tier. Like, super, super scary DPM at this tier. The aim time is... How bad in comparison? Roughly the same to what you just had. And the accuracy is not... Actually, I mean, we haven't even set it up for events yet, so... It's going to be roughly the same accuracy... Sorry, roughly the same aim time, but a little bit better accuracy. Hit points go up slightly again, but you need to be aware that you still don't have loads of hit points. Like, with this entire line, you really don't have loads and loads of hit points until you start getting towards the tier 9 and tier 10. That's when you start having a little bit more hit points to play with. Because at tier 5, 6, and 7, you really don't have the hit points. Like, 870 isn't that much when you will be coming up against people that can have 400 alpha. Especially when you meet tier 7s. Or, sorry, you're in tier 7 now and you meet tier 9. Not a fun experience. Equipment-wise, I mean, can we get away with coated optics now? Nah. You probably could. I mean, it's not like it really matters massively. I mean, if we... That's not the rammer. If we then use vents, 420... Okay, that's good enough view range for this, actually. And you have 4,000 DPM. Right. Okay. But overall, you just have a bit of a better tank. It is now slower, though. Quite a bit slower, actually. You go 43 instead of the 50 that you just last played with. And you've also only got 14 power to weight, whereas you were just playing with 18 on both the SU-85 and also the SU-100. So you're going to notice that you are slower. And this is very much a tank that you just hold a flank with. Like, you can hold multiple people back. You have a reload time of 5.83 seconds for 390. They are not going to, or they shouldn't, go and try and YOLO you, because they will die before they end up doing it. Like, the armor-wise on this is pretty much similar to what you'd expect on the SU-100, where you're only going to have like 80, maybe 100 if you're angled a little bit. And the gun mantlet will be pennable by right in the center, but let's be honest, most of the tanks that are going to shoot at you, they're just going to pen. Like, you don't have armor. Ignore any armor values that you have because you don't have any. So, we are on Serene Coast, and I'm debating which side I actually want to go to. Do we have people that want to go this side? I mean, the Tiger 1 is going this side. I think at low tier, maybe most of them will go over this side. I mean, our team is going this side, so I think it's probably worth doing this. You can go to two different areas. Like, there's the bush line in between G and H2, but there's also then the kind of typical sniper ridge line that you go where the Yak Panther is. But I think that we're going to go into these bushes here and then snipe anybody that goes to C1. Because, yeah, you just play as a defensive style tank, just defending the flank, and that is what you'll end up doing. Like, as I said, most of the time, you're just going to be holding a flank with this. Just making sure people don't push through. And the best thing is, with this vehicle, it doesn't matter if someone's... if you miss. Right? If you miss someone, it doesn't really matter. You're reloaded in 5.8 seconds. So, you know, if you miss, like, yeah, it's annoying, but you're quickly reloaded as well. Why are they not pushing? Is this guy tracked or something? I don't know. IS. I'm actually kind of surprised that even hit. I wasn't expecting that to hit. We want to try and always have an angle. At the moment, we do not have an angle. Hello, B25. 1 NTU. There's also the setter. Hello. And you can see the accuracy isn't, you know, what you would call super accurate, but it is good enough, he says as he hits that. Wow. And then we just progress forwards. This side is won. Our team has won this. We could actually go back to try and shoot this, but the chances of them actually pushing through from here is quite rare. I mean, they may do. I don't... The thing is, it's lower tier. If it's at higher tier, no one bothers pushing this. But that's more to do with the fact that they know that the maps are not... What the... Hello? Alright, one into you as well. Again, we don't want to take shots for no real reason, so we're going to try and hide as best as we can. Sturo Mill is spotted over there. It's not too bad though. Let's see. I don't know if this tree is going to protect me or not. That was not a good shot. If I'd fired my premium round though, I think that pens. They actually did push. I mean, they've pushed, but I don't think they're going to be pushing into a win. Let's go around. We'll use our DPM. We use our DPM here and just try and out DPM whatever we see. Hello, sir. I don't have my repair kit though. Okay, just wait a second. Please don't track me again. Yeah, well, he doesn't track me, but the classic, as soon as your repair kit's on cooldown, you then get ammo racked. Where is Mr. 1357? I don't think he comes from there. If he comes from there, that's dumb. Like, he should really come from over here in this bush area. There we go. And then we'll get the ammo rack back as well. And then maybe the Super Hellcat comes from here. He might still be pushing, I don't know. We're definitely unspotted now, so... Let's just try and push to see. Yeah, he's still there. Okay, I mean, this was not a fantastic game, but good enough. So yeah, not big damage, only 2.4, which is... I mean, it's okay. Like, it's good for, you know, our hit points, but it's not like it's phenomenal damage, right? At tier 7. Like, you get around about 3k, then you've had a very, very good game in tier 7. But yeah, overall, very, very good. You can see that as soon as you have DPM, like as soon as someone's in the open, you just absolutely rinse their HP. Like there is just nothing they can do. Like you have 4,000 DPM. I'm not even using like bond or bounty equipment on this. This is just regular equipment that any one of you could use. And this is absolutely insane. So if you do want to just grind it fast, then you could just ignore this outright. This isn't on any other vehicle, so you don't have to choose this and then move on to this afterwards. But yeah, I mean, actually, this is the... Well, you get the same kind of gun, but on the next one up. But it's not the same gun. So if you wanted to just grind this quickly, then just use this. But if you want to have some fun in the game, you use this. Because now you have the 700 Alpha, 190 pen for the standard round. Both of them are heat. I believe this used to be AP, and then they changed it with the update. So this used to be AP, but now it's heat. But it doesn't really change much. I mean, it would be nice if this was AP still, because AP is just a nicer round in general. Then you have 240 heat as well for this, which is insane at tier 7. And then you have 86 pen for the high explosive, which is very, very good at this tier, especially if you meet some lower tier tanks. Okay, now with this vehicle, you can actually kind of play a little bit differently. Because you have so much alpha, or with this gun I should say, you can play a little bit differently from the other gun. Because you have so much alpha, you can afford to be a little bit more aggressive. Now, we're not going to be ultra aggressive. Actually, I don't even want to be here. I want to be over that way. So I'm just going to play a little bit more of a supporting role, where if I see someone that I can shoot, and just quickly like go back behind cover, then we will. Can I see over this? If I can see over this, then this is amazing. Not really. I don't even know if I can actually shoot through this. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, you know, he's had a great time. Just a lovely experience was had by that STRV. And again, oh, nearly. But you just want to be playing a little bit more the supporting role, where once they come into, you know, they've just fired or something like that, you just play on their, like, your reload, and you should be able to get a lot of damage. Like, we've already done 600. One shot. That's all. You only really need a few shots to actually have a good game in this gun, with this gun, I should say. Now that that is dealt with, we can actually go around a little bit. I am cautious of the fact that I don't want to take loads and loads of damage by doing like a dumb peek. So we may have to be a little bit patient here. But I think that this gun is definitely... It's just fun. Like, this gun is just a fun thing to have. You can play it aggressively. Again, we need to be... Like, this is the problem, right? I don't want to go around the corner and take a hit from this and this, because then I'm basically dead. Also, we're not actually winning HP-wise over this side of the map. I don't know about this side, but over this side it's not looking so great. There's no real way of me actually shooting these. So I want this guy to actually push up. Listen, sometimes they just listen to what I say. And it just happens, you know. It's very kind of them. You know, you just wait for the opportunity. You know he's just fired. And then you can just put one in. And now he's never going to peek this again because he's petrified of taking another shot of damage. And he's dead in the next shot, so... Yep. We're now going to run away because our job is done for that guy. We can now try and see if we can get a shot on this AMX. We might be able to. I don't know if we can find an angle to actually shoot him or not. It doesn't look like it. So what we might do is actually go all the way around, see if we can shoot the other tanks that are over this way. So if we go to where, what is it, B7, just over here, where we can then shoot, you can usually shoot the cross. We might be able to get a shot on the KV2 if he's peeking, which he is. You can also get a shot on this guy. Yep, he had fun as well. And the only thing we really need to watch out for here is if the VK36 comes this way. If he does, then we're going to actually struggle because we're too low profile to properly get a shot on him. Yeah, unlucky. He dipped down too low. I mean, we do still have the heat rounds which have 240 pen as well. But nothing really needs that. Ah, that is not a nice tank to try and play against actually now. Him being up there, and he also has 240 alpha, does not bode well for me. So what we'll do, we'll just wait here. We'll see if the KV2 wants to peek again. He's only taken a little bit of damage, so he might try to peek again still. Especially once he sees other tanks. I mean, this guy is actually out in the open. I didn't even realise. Hello, sir. I'm going to aim for 4 years, okay? There we go. And now he is dead. This alpha at this tier is scary. It's just, it's so scary. You're basically like a more reliable KV2. Like, it's insane. Speaking of, Mr. KV2, I could HE pen you. I'm going to try it. I know we don't have intuition, so we couldn't quickly switch. I mean, he could also HE pen me, so... we might not be in for a great time. Go on then. Oh. No pen. I do shoot you before though. Really? Oh well. Very 3.2k. No pen on the KV2. Only a first class again. What a peasant. I mean, maybe if we had actually just fired normal rounds at the KV2, we'd have got a mastery. Maybe. We'd have got an extra kill, so it would have bumped it up a little bit. But, oh well. I mean, I'm going to save the applies for the higher tiers. But yeah, honestly, this tank is great. Like, it's actually insane. Even the stock one, you have so much more DPM that you just last played with, that it's not really much of a grind. Like, you just kind of just chill, you hold a flank. If you then get this gun and you want to have some fun, you can then play a bit more aggressive. It's great. It doesn't even matter that you don't have armor, because you have 700 alpha at that point. They're just going to be terrified of you. I think this is like a little hidden gem. Like, this has 4k DPM at tier 7. That is stupidly scary. But then what happens is that you go from the tier 7, which, if you've just been using this gun, you're going to feel right at home, because the ISU, basically the same thing. You have the same gun, pretty much the exact same kind of thing. You have a bit more, what's it called, penetration with the stock gun at the ISU, and you have a little bit more DPM and more accuracy. But what you really want is this thing. Oh, this one. The BL10 that used to be on it is better, and I'm still sad that they removed the BL10 and replaced it with this, but it's still good. This is beautiful. To have like 750 alpha with 260 standard pen and then 292 premium at tier 8, you don't want to sit in front of this thing. And it's not because it will out DPM you, because the DPM, although it isn't bad, like by any means, it is good DPM, like very good DPM, but it's not like it's 4000 DPM. This will just eradicate half your hit points. Just instantly. Just gone. Most mediums, half their hit points gone in one shot. This thing slaps. So for the equipment, I think that what we're going to do is the same kind of thing. How much view range do we get now? So if we did put optics on this, we'd actually go to 419. Yeah, I think that, again, this is the same kind of thing. Like, we have good, very good DPM, 0.33 accuracy. This is lovely. Absolutely lovely. And you have a little bit more hit points now, where you can maybe take 2 shots and still feel like you actually have some hit points. However, because you are at tier 8, if you're at that tier, or you meet tier 9s and tier 10s, you're not taking 2 shots and being okay, because you'll probably take 2 shots and die. But if you do meet, say, tier 6, then yes, you can take 2 to 3 shots and still be fine. But this is just an upgrade from what you just had at the SU-152. You no longer have a DPM gun, but you have a gun which has good DPM still, but massive alpha and massive pen. The actual like shell count, though, is quite limited. So you may run out of shells if you're starting to blind fire loads and loads of stuff. So you need to be aware of that. We're now on Glacier, which we are going to... I was debating whether or not I want to go and play with the heavies, but I think we're just going to go over this side to start out with, and then see if we can snipe anybody. Where did that go? That looked okay. I don't know where that went. I mean, he's just thrown away the best tank in this game. So, I mean, congratulations. We're not really winning. We're really not winning. This is lost. So we're going to have to try and go back. We go to the back here. We try and support the heavies over this way. From this position, we don't get spotted when we fire, because they're out of the detection range. And we can just start farming these. It's the dumb thing about this map. You win the flank, you then lose the flank. There's also the AMX, which is there. A little bit worried about that LTTB. If he keeps going, he may spot me. So we'll just pull back a little bit to be safe. There's one into the progetto. We don't get spotted because we're down low enough from the LTTB as well, which is all good. Hopefully this guy can actually die. Nice. Now we should be able to put one into the Vipera or the Charioteer. We'll probably aim for the Charioteer. Oh, the Vipera's there anyway. That doesn't go anywhere close. Once the Vipera gets spotted again, we'll have a another shot at him. And to be fair, we could just fire blind anyway. I don't know whether or not the we hit the Charioteer. Not like when he's dead behind him. Because there's multiple tanks there. There's still the Liberté was there, the Charioteer was there, and we've also got the Vipera as well. There we go. I think the Liberté died here, so if we fire here, we're not actually going to hit the Vipera. No. We now back up. We've actually semi-held this flank. The thing is, as soon as we just need the Type 57 to die. What health is he lost on? 400. Okay. Wow. I don't know how we're spotted currently. Maybe the Barask? I don't think the Kampfpanzer would have spotted us. We need to try and put this guy... We need to kill him. Good. Now that this guy is dead, it means that this IS-3 has a little bit more breathing room. Although the carry being full health is a problem. Okay, we're still keeping him alive. He can actually deal with the Type 57, maybe. I don't know whether or not it's worth to try and just kill this Barask. It's going to be down like here, so I think it's worth to just go down and try and kill him. That's unreal. That's unreal. I low roll it, man. No way. Man. That's actually so sad. If we don't low roll, we kill the Barask. It doesn't matter about the Progetto being alive. Like, this guy is still good. The Type 57 is low. The Progetto is low. Like, we just needed the Barask gone. And we win this side as well. We still have our Barask anyway. Should have just not low rolled? Yeah. No, HE is not reliable on a Barask. I don't trust HE enough. Knowing my luck, I hit the tracks and do no damage. Why is that Barask capping? Go and kill the Progetto! Stop! Why? What could you... Oh, man. Okay. I would understand the Blesk going to cap, because he's on 5 health, but not the Barask who's on 700. Only second class. Absolute peasant. Once again. Not even a mastery. We can't up on damage though. But yeah, the Aishu is good enough at range, like with the accuracy. Unlike this one, where you don't really have accuracy. This actually is. Like, this is a high alpha, high pen. You can snipe when you need to. You can go a little bit aggressive when you need to. No armor really, but it's good enough. Like, it's that all-purpose kind of TD. Camo rating wise is okay. Like, we don't have full camo crew and we still have 27%. So, and we obviously don't have field mod as well. So overall, this is very, very nice. You then move up though to the 704, which basically just everything you had at this tier is now just so much better. Like, the gun is better. The armor is better. You have more hit points. You go slightly slower, but you have better power to weight. And you have more view range as well. You also have better camo. So everything is up. What we will use is... I think we'll use the same kind of setup. Where we have that, and then that. And we now have 442 meters view range, which is good enough. Obviously, I think you get... Yeah, if you did have the field mods, which obviously if you're grinding, you're never going to get the field mods. But you then have more than enough view range as well. This in general is just a massive upgrade from what you've just played. The gun has even more DPM, even more accurate, better aim time. Like, as you can see, much better aim time, actually. This is where you actually start to have a little bit of troll armor. Because even though that you look at this and think, well, no, Max, you have no armor at all. Yeah, but we're using 286 pen. If you were to go and play against, like, medium tanks or something like that, that are, say, tier 8, like, if you meet some tier 8, you meet a Barask, he's not having a very fun time. He'll bounce off of this, and if you're slightly angled as well, he's not having a good time. Obviously, if he fires premium, then yeah. But there is lots and lots of times where when you angle, you get some random ricochets, right? This is with 240, so around about 240, 250, you get some random ricochets when you turn at an angle, and more so than you think. Like, you might look at this and go, no, we're not ricocheting anything. You will. You will get random ricochets in this tank, and you don't even understand how. The gun upgrade, as you can see, you still have that 750 alpha, you just have more pen, and you have a bit more DPM, a bit more accuracy overall. So this, in general, is just a lovely, lovely tank upgrade. Right, so with this tank, I'm debating going to the city, but I think I'm going to go out wide over this side to start out with. The reason being is that you could go to the city, and you could fight the heavies, but with this, I don't know. With going over this side as well, I can then in a late game push forwards a little bit and then be able to shoot the other medium tanks, etc. and just be very, very annoying. Like, if someone wide peeks this, they're going to then receive 750 plus whatever else is over here. So if we win this, which we have a light tank to actually help us out with as well, I'm not going to block this guy, so I just... There's not even anything to shoot. I was moving out of your way. And now we just sit and wait, like a good little triangle. I have just realized there is no one over here. So we are now going to be pushing this. The pattern is dead. This guy will die. And then this is the only tank over this way, I think. I mean, unless there's an M3Y. Oh, the M3Y is there. So we can now just push through this. And I might even be able to get shots on the XM if he pushes. Like, if these overpeak too far, we should be able to get some shots on them. What am I spotted by? Ah, the even 90 is in the mid. The even 90 is still just chilling here. Okay, thank you. Oh, I mean, the even 90 is now dead. We just wait until we're unspotted, and then we can maybe peek these. We might be able to get a shot on the XM. There is actually shots there as well. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's how it's going to be, is it? Well, we need to just push. We need our light tank to start pushing forwards. Like, he's not playing the game. He has no competition anymore. Just go wide down this side, hug the bush line, and you'll be fine. There we go. And now that he is gone, the M3Y has moved as well, and then we can just start going down this way. Do I want to go down here? I might want to go down here. I don't know. I don't think going that way is very safe, so we're going to go down this way, and at least then we're with our team. At least we have like the Char, we have the 263, all of these helping us, whereas if we went on this bit, we just have to fire Char, which we don't really have much backup for. I want to actually keep pushing this. The M3Y is out in the open. Try and capitalize on this while he's still out there. Although he's moved back now, which is unfortunate. Hello, Max. One into you. And just back off again. And could someone please kill that? Type 68 maybe? Oh. One more into him. Again, this is like the same style of play to the ISU 152. But you just have a bit more DPM, you feel a little bit more secure as well. That's very unfortunate. Random bounce where it's hit the gun as well. Another random bounce. See, like, you do bounce stuff in this. Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now we go and kill this guy. We'll put one into this guy, and job done. I'm gonna get blocked by my own team. Right, please stop turning. Thank you. 4K. 4K from a game which really didn't have a very good start. Like, you can quickly rack up damage in this tank like nobody's business. We started out this game with no damage, right? We basically had nothing for the first like 2 minutes or so, and then at the end we then racked it all up. Like this, you don't need to worry if you don't have damage, because it will come eventually. As long as there is still damage potential, you can still get a good game out of this. The 704 is a massive upgrade from the ISU. You're allowed to do more with it, right? You have a little bit more armor. You will bounce stuff sometimes. You don't rely on the armor, but you have enough armor to get some dodgy bounces. Then you move up to the tier 10, which is everything, but even better. Because where you had before with the armor, where the 704 was sometimes you can get some lucky bounces, with this, if you are playing against tanks that have normal kind of penetration, you'll see that there are random points, even at tier 10, that they are just going to struggle with. Like the bits here, which are just randomly 340 millimeters thick, and if you're angled a little bit and you get unlucky, then you're just going to get bounces. Like, this is, most of the time, they will pen you. But if you meet a lower tier, you can actually have a very, very troll armor layout for them to actually manage to pen. Equipment-wise, we don't need to worry too much about the view range, because at tier 10, you're going to start running field mods anyway, if you weren't already. But you still want vents, you still want rammer, and then for the last one, turbo. Ideally, it'll be bounty turbo, but for now, we're just going to stay with this, and it should be fine. Your accuracy is now even better at 0.28. You then have 3,400 DPM, which coming up from the 3,300 isn't a massive increase, but it is good enough. And the best thing about this is that you have even more penetration, with 303 standard rounds being AP and 395 heat rounds for the premium, with 90 pen on the HE rounds, with 1,100 alpha. This whole collection of like ammo loadouts is just beautiful. Like, it doesn't matter because you have a choice. It's not like the premium round is just flat out better and you should never ever use it. Because it's heat, there's times where AP is just better. And with 303, the AP is very, very good. Like, this is not a round that you just kind of ignore, because most of the time, what you see, you'll be able to pen with 303 AP. And if you can't, most of the time it's just a skill issue. Or it's a mouse and you just want to guarantee the pen. But even with 303 AP, you can pen a mouse. Okay, so, new airfield. We're going to go to the left-hand side and play the south, because, yes. Lion, pattern the tanks, and a B. Let's see. That guy got punished a lot, though. Okay, can you not just keep moving forwards all the time? One into him. Send a B peeking again, though. Once into that guy. He is wide peaked again. We need our Leo to try and get into the game, though, a little bit. One more into that guy. I think this guy is still looking at me. I can't actually tell. I don't like it. Stop. Well, he's no longer looking at me now. Let's see if the standard B is up here. He might be. Have we been losing this? We should be able to hold this. It should still be able to be held. I do want to be a little bit more aggressive, but also I don't want to just get shot as I cross. And also I'm aware of this. Like, if we lose this, we need to move back again over this side. So it's probably not worth to actually push up right now. So I think we just play a little bit safer. Let me just wait for if the standard B makes a mistake by peeking over here. Or if anyone pushes, tries to kill this Centurion. Just keeping this Centurion alive should be enough. We're winning this side. Okay, if we're winning this side, we should be able to push. We also need the Leo to not take shots like that though. We will ask for help from the M48. Hello. Goodbye. And now we progress forwards. I'm not sure of the best way to do this. Goodbye. And then the standard B is already running. And we have cleared this entire flank. Very, very nice. You know, patience paid off. We didn't need to push until we realized that this was completely safe up in the north, and then we got rewarded for pushing at the right time. I mean, we got lucky that the Lion tried to push the Centurion, and we would have probably been able to shoot him anyway, but this was very, very good. The damage-wise, not so good, but the way we played it, I think, is pretty nice. I think Airfield is actually a good map now. I really, really like what they've done to the south. It just feels like you can actually play the game. Okay, we're now going to change it up. We're going to put on all bounty equipment and then the field mods. We put turbo in the first slot just to annoy the right people. For field mods on this, you go left, then you go right, then you go right, and then you go left, left. Because then you have very, very nice camo at 35%. You go at 57 kilometers an hour. You also have more view range. So when you look at it now, you have 440, which is lovely. Everything very, very beautifully into a package. Well, I mean, on Tundra, we might be able to do something. Yeah. Half the team is TDs, which is not great. We'll go towards the hill and see if we can snipe someone going up, though. I'm trying to think who we could snipe going up. I don't really know. I mean, maybe the Skoda will go up. Yeah, the Skoda is going up. And the Char. There we go. He's had a lovely, lovely time. I hope you're enjoying your premium tank. Now we need to be a little bit more aggressive, and we can maybe kill this. I think that guy is going to die. The FV is just fired. One into that guy. I am quite worried about this FV. He is just shot, so... Reload heat for this. One into him. Back off, because the STRV is in that bush right there. I need to try and back out from this, and then maybe go round and kill the 113. I think that's the best option. We go around and kill the 113 BO now. One into him. And we just back off again. And we want to play on our reload, not his. I am worried though that the gorilla and everyone else could be around this corner, so I don't actually want to go and like YOLO him or anything like that. Especially when the Type 71 has died there. Wait for my Leo PTA to proxy that. Okay, the gorilla is not there. So we should be able to just go and kill this 113. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how that bounces. I don't even know what I hit. Oh, for goodness sake. Can the Leo just peek up and kill him? Nice. I now need to load HE because the FV and Gorilla are around here. There's the FV. And the Gorilla is going to be behind him. The Gorilla might actually, hello. Oh dear. It wasn't worth taking the shot from him, but... Hey, funny HE pen, okay? Load back into the standard rounds. Go back up around here. The people with health on this need to just try and push this like the Son of B. Yeah, he's doing it. That would have been insane if that hit. It's always worth a try though. Wow. STRV is still running. One into him, and then we just back off again. I mean, we're now at 4.8, so we've done a fair amount of damage. We just need to be a little bit careful, because they're going to start coming back round this way in a second. They're all just chilling at the moment. And we are a one-shot. Like, this is why I said, like, I shouldn't have really taken the shot from it. It wasn't worth it. But... you know, 1.1k alpha is fun. We can just play a little bit, like, we don't need to, you know, to push this at all. You know, we can just play a little bit passive. Just shoot as and when we can. That wasn't worth it. Reaction time, not very good. We are going to cap out now, so we are now going to just progress forwards. See if we can put one more shot in. None of these are looking. Go for the contender. Has slightly more damage, so let the FE finish that off. Or not. And the STRV is going to be... where is he? We're going to cap out though. Oh, we do actually get the kill. Excellent. 6.5k. All of that just for a first class. 6.5k and no mastery. Unfortunate. Apply. Yeah, honestly, this tank, like once you max it out and and I'm not saying that you need to use bounty. Like you can get away without using bounty stuff. But once you get all the field mods especially, this tank becomes an absolute monster. Like, it's really, really good. Like, it's just such a lovely sweet spot. The only competition, really, for this vehicle is, like, the Hori 3. And since the Hori 3's been nerfed, it's basically in line with it. And I think that some people are still going to prefer the Hori 3 to the 268. But this thing is very, very good now. So I think that if you're just starting out in World of Tanks, this is a lovely line to go down. Like, it teaches you everything you need to know about how to play TDs, and then from there you can then branch off into other lines which then show you how about, you know, the accuracy with like sniping. Like if you want to go down a guerrilla line, which is you don't have any armor but then you have nice guns. You then have like other lines such as the 268v4, which is going to be more of your assault TD, where you play more like a heavy tank but you still have that tank destroyer class, so you have all the track HP, etc. If you use the field mods. This will teach you everything you need to know about TDs, but the right way to play TDs. This is the proper TD experience in World of Tanks, where it can go and do whatever it wants. So that is the Object 268. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. I think that this is a very, very strong line, especially after it's been buffed. And I think that everybody should go and get one. It is a lovely, lovely tank, and it's a lovely, lovely grind to get there as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. These videos take a very long time for me to make. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.